Hello, I am a new pool owner. My pool was opened by professionals. About a month after it was opened, I turned the pump off because nobody was swimming and I didn't know it still needed to run. Now that I went to turn it back on, nothing is happening. The motor is running, the gauge is not moving. I removed it and cleaned it. I didn't hear the gurgling sound we hear at the beginning of your video, priming a pump. The water is no longer moving in the pool. I've cleaned both baskets, put the hose in the basket, but the water still is not coming into the pump. I can call a professional, but I wanted to see if there is something else I could do. Do you have any other suggestions? Thank you.
So what typically happens if you shut the pump off and there's an air leak in the system anywhere is air gets drawn in and all your water drains back to the pool, and that's losing its prime. Likely that's what happened when you shut it off. And what I would recommend, first thing before you go and call someone else, what I would recommend you do is take the lid of the pump off and put your hose in there. Make sure that that pump is full of water, and maybe it's the water is even running back down the lines that go to the pool. I would get that pump basket full first, put the lid back on, start the pump. Likely it's a self-priming pump. Likely, as long as you get some water into the pump itself, it will take off on its own. If you have a couple different valves in front of the pump, maybe one for main drain, one for skimmer, you might want to shut one of those off. You may have two skimmers and a main drain. I'm not sure, depending on the pool itself, but isolate it so that it's only drawing out of one of those valves would be better than both. And just make sure that that pump is full of water, and it should, as long as there's not a massive air leak somewhere, which there might be, and that's why it drained out in the first place. But the pump should be able to overcome any small air leaks, and it should be able to start on its own.